hi peeps, I just had to run upstairs. I've still got my curlers in to switch the heating off. 1 minute it's on, 1 minute it's off. It's not particularly that cold today, but I've still got a cold, so I keep putting it on and then I get too warm because I'm quite a warm person, but I can't angle this, be having double chins and everything, angle it right because my tripod's gone through a Benny Burton again, or whatever you want to call it. So I'm propping you up, sitting on the floor. So I just wanted to come and elaborate a bit more on the pin-up style and why I love it. Why I've always loved it. I did one the other day, but elaborate a bit more. I think I'm gonna sneeze. Oh, I did. I'll take one of these. I'll take one of these out to show you, but they're still not dry because my hair's thick. It's not overly thick, but I know it's still damp. I can feel it. But I'll take one of these eBay ones out. I'll tell you the results after of both of them. But why have I put it through there? Right. Don't know why that bit's through there, but see how much it's sprung up. See the curl? So it is a good curl, and that's the eBay one, and the Primark one will be the same, but I'm just leaving, these are dry I think, it's just the ones on top, so I'll probably come back tonight and just do you a quick show of the curls and how I'm going to style my hair. Though I'm practising, so don't, you know, any newbies on here, don't judge me on my hairstyling professionality, whatever you call it. I've come live because I'm scared that the camera's going to cut out, because it probably will do, so if no one's watching it doesn't matter because it'll film again after, but I'll just wind this back on. I'll have to start again because that's a bit shorter. But yeah, a lot of the vintage stuff I've always liked as a child and stuff is because, if obviously you don't know, you probably will know if you do watch me, I was very close with my nana, and she used to tell me about the days when she was younger. And if you haven't seen a picture, hi whoever's watching. If you haven't seen a picture, hi Laura, are you off today? Just thought I'd come and do it live because I'm rubbish. I know these curlers aren't brilliant and I've not put them in right, but we'll test them. But that was my nana when she was 18. Are you watching at work? Are you on your dinner? That was my nana when she was 18. This picture was about that big. And my mum had it blown up. So that was her when she was 18, and there's a picture I'm waiting on that my mum's getting blown up again, that big, of my nana and grandad when they started courting, and my nana was sat on a gate, all like, you know, hair done and everything, with a and my granddad was stood behind her with a hat on when they like first got together. I know, I love the old pictures. My friend on Instagram put, who went to school with, put her pictures of her grandparents on, and it's just lovely. This is what I love. It's just so cute. But that was my nana, and then my nana's daughter, my mum, that was the picture that I showed the other day when she was a little girl, and it's so old, I need to get it stuck down and put in a frame. That's my mum when she was a little girl. And I remember my nana saying, oh, you used to do your mum's hair, we used to wind it round in sausages, you know, this hair when you know, they'd put rag rolls in, see the waves in her hair, and then curled into sausages, my nana used to call them. But this is one reason why I've always liked, you know, 1940s, 50s sort of era, or 1950s, is to do with my nana and stuff, because she used to tell me stuff about people then and her, and I'm sure she said, I can't remember if it's right, but when they used to put eyeliner on, was something they used to spit onto something, like eyeliner or something to make it darker, and tutty, because I don't know if it was my nana, my mum's mum or my dad's mum, used to say tutty makeup, something like that. I'll have to find out, can't remember. But would you like me top, Laura, with the little swallows on? It is navy blue, but it's coming across as black. But a lot of it was to do with, I was close with both my nanas, but I was more close with the picture I've just shown you, because that's my mum's mum, because we used to stay at hers a lot. My dad, we were in the army when we were younger, and we just used to stay at my mum's a lot, and she used to tell me stuff, and I used to love listening to them stories. I used to watch quite old films as well, so I've always loved that. And I remember going in a bedroom, and And I was laughing the other day because I was watching a Marilyn Monroe film. Yeah, I'll have to. There's loads of things I've got to check out, Laura, so I'm excited for the new year. But I remember going into my nana and granddad's bedroom, and they had, you know, when they used to, in the olden days, they used to have single beds, and they still had single beds. And my granddad passed away. I don't know if it was 18 years ago, or my nana passed away this year at the age of 90. Was she 92? She was 92, so she had a good innings, but single beds, because in them days, years and years and years and years ago, they used to have single beds. It's a good idea, really, because it can get on your nerves sometimes. But I used to love going in the bedroom because she always had the, on a, you know, dressing table, the, like, vintage style brush, the big brush, and the comb and the mirror. I'm just wondering if my mum still got them or not, because I would have them back, because I'm going to be on the prowl for one of them. But just little stuff like that, you know, from grandparents from way back when. Always loved that. Little trinkets she used to have, and earrings and bits and bobs. The clip-on earrings, my God, the clip-on earrings. Still got me little reindeers in £1 from Primark. So that's one of the reasons. I've tried to write this down. Marilyn Monroe. I know a lot of people, some people like Marilyn Monroe, Betty Page. You know, there's a few others and that, but mine's always been Marilyn Monroe, because I just thought Norma Jean is, if nobody knows, Norma Jean. And then obviously when she went to Hollywood and had a makeover done, you know, it was Marilyn Monroe. And like I was saying before, they did do a makeover. In them days, as I know, as I've read, or if I'm right, I don't know, but this is what I've heard or read, is each star used to have their sort of signature look. So Marilyn Monroe was obviously her beauty mark, which was sort of placed sort of where mine is, because I've always put it there because of Marilyn Monroe, and I've always had that there for years. And the funny thing that made me laugh a few weeks ago, Dad, if you're watching this, because I know he does, he said, "Oh, you've got like a dark little spot thing on your face." He went, "How long's that been there?" I said, "Dad, I've been doing it for years, and it's under there's a freckle under there anyway, because like I said, I am freckly." I said, "I've had it there for years, Dad." So unobservant, or whatever the word is. So I don't know, but I have swapped it to that side, because you know what I mean, ladies, when you're taking a picture, the best side of my face is this side. They say your face isn't symmetrical. So I don't know why I had that on that side, where normally I'd show that side of my face. So to me, it should be on this side. And my bow should be on that side, because then it's taking that side, if you know what I mean. Whatever. So Marilyn Monroe, as far as I know, was an arched eyebrow, which they were arched in them days. A more of a white eyeshadow with like a taupe colour here. Her eyeliner, it wasn't liquid liner obviously, and apparently it wasn't just black, it was more two colours, brown and black apparently, and a shadow under her eye, a bit like I've got on now, maybe not as long, but sometimes I don't do this bit underneath, sometimes I do, but can you see the line here? And then the white in, and I don't always put the white in. I normally just sometimes put this flick under here. Sometimes I don't. Sometimes I put the white in. I have got the white in today. And she always had, I haven't got my eyelashes on today, but corner lashes. So you can cut your false lashes into corners. I just buy them as corners when I want to put them on. And they're not dead big flouncy things, because I don't think she wanted that look. She wanted more of a lifting it up at the corner. But she did have them eyes where it was more like, to me, come to bed sexy sort of doe eye, sort of like half asleep, you know, Marilyn Monroe. And I think that's what, I just like it better on myself actually when I've only got corner lashes on. It just lifts it a little bit, and it's not too much and it's not too in your face. Because I find if I put false lashes on, they make me feel really sleepy. Even the corner ones, but they are a lot lighter and they're a lot easier to put on. So I'll have to show you them on. I had them on at weekend. Sometimes I have them on in the day. Sometimes I don't, it just depends. I just did the lipstick tutorial, so you haven't seen it, I have done it the way apparently Marilyn Monroe sort of did it, because it was done in a 3D way and it wasn't a flat red and it was more of a pinky red. What else? But yeah, they had a signature makeup look, every star, like Betty Page, whatever, had their sort of like, Betty had the Betty bangs and the wavy hair. Marilyn Monroe, she did go through a few changes, but you know, the bobbed short hair. Hi Sue. You know, her curls and things. And also, the 1950s, because I got this book ages ago, I was showing someone. It's like the vintage styles from, you know, the 1920s to the 1980s, I think it is. It was more about structure. Just let me read this bit out of the book if I can read it, because the 1950s, it said in this book, and this is what I love, because I've always been a bit curvy anyway. I've always been, as I've grown up, slim, but I've always had a chest and hips. I've always been like, from being very young, a size 10, 12, gone up in pregnancies, starting to lose it again now. Want to be like, for me to feel alright, not that because it's body confidence, but I don't mean because I have to be that size, it's just I feel better at that size. It's sort of like, I could be a 10, but I think it's too small, so it's more like a 12, 12 and a half if there was half sizes, but whatever. And if not, if I am what I am now, I just need to tone up a little bit, that's all, because I like having curves. I feel womanly with curves, and this is what I love about the 1950s. So it says, be daring, be different, I've got to see if I can read this because all the writing's dead fancy. Be impractical, be anything that will assert integrity or purpose and imaginative vision, because I'm quite imaginative and, you know, creative and stuff. So there's another reason why I like, I'll tell you in a minute. Vision against the play. It's safe, as I think it says. The creatures of the commonplace, the slaves of the ordinary. And that was by Cecile Beaton, is it? I don't know if I'm saying that right. The 1950s was a decade of reawakening, rebellion, discovery and progress. Musical genres of the previous decade morphed into the new crazes, including doo-wop, dee-bop, you know, doo-wop, dee-bop, cool, jazz, blues, and notably the emerge of the rock and roll era. And music, that sort of era, that would probably produce some of the greatest icons of the decade, obviously, or even the century, obviously. In movie land, Marilyn gave us curves, that's why I love Marilyn, and the rebirth of European cinema after the oppression of the war, because this was like after the war, you know, it was just great, wasn't it? Because it just was. Brought smouldering sirens, can't say it, sirens, you know what I mean? Can't say it. Like Sophia Loren, she was gorgeous. The shape of the 50s was the contrast of a tiny waist. Whether you had a tiny waist or not, you could look like you had a tiny waist, with rounded hips in a pencil or full skirt. This was truly the decade of the hourglass figure. Well, if anything, I love the hourglass figure. I've always had an hourglass figure. If you haven't got an hourglass figure, this vintage look 1950s, you can make it appear that you've got an hourglass figure. And that's what I think is what's good about it, because if there was someone who didn't have many curves, you could morph yourself into looking like you had many curves, which is the 1950s to me. It's not a natural beauty thing like sometimes, mind you, I wouldn't even say today is natural beauty because all this contouring, highlighting business, but I'm not a natural beauty as in, I don't just want to walk, I couldn't walk around with like no makeup on, and like some girls are like that, but I like the putting the makeup on, I like the process of it, I always have done. There was a girl once where I worked and she was like, oh, it's a bit vain and all that, isn't it? And I was like, no, it's not. And she didn't wear makeup and felt like saying, well, you need to put makeup on to bring your best features out. I wasn't having a go at her. She wasn't really having a go at me, but it was like, but this is me and that's what I like doing. And I think because I am creative, you know, I like to draw and stuff like that. It is like painting your face. It's putting your war paint on, as they used to say. It's putting your best face forward, as Dita Fontees did say. I was watching a few of her videos the other day because I have really got a girl crush on her as well. Girl crush on Marilyn Monroe, girl crush on Dita Fontees, modern day, vintage. She's such, and the thing is with Dita as well, if you haven't, because I haven't really looked at a lot of things with Dita, and I have recently, though I've always liked her, but she's a really nice lady with it as well. She's really nice. You know, she says beauty's in the eye of the beholder, and beauty is in the eye of the beholder. someone might think someone's not that good looking, but in the eye of somebody else. She said that, and she's just gorgeous. And I like the fact that she dresses vintage all the time. She said on one of her videos, someone said, what do you wear when you're casual? She went, I don't own jeans. She might own a few now, I don't know, but at the time the video, I don't know when it went out, she said she doesn't own them. She used to borrow them. She said she doesn't own them, and she said her dressing down casual is a pair of, you know, like the cigarette pants and a little sweat, you know, the little tight ones. She said even at home, she's not one of them who will sit about in tracky bottoms, because she is vintage style through and through. She said she'll get a robe on, a vintage robe, which is what I'm looking for, and I really want a silky long one. And that's what I like about her, because she does it all the way through. It's not like, I'm taking this off now, I'm sitting in my tracky bottoms. No. And I'm not a tracky bottom person. I only got a few tracky bottoms, or whatever you want, lounging pants, about last year or the year before. And then obviously I have like pyjama bottoms that I sit about in. But I've never felt right in them. Yes, they are comfy, but I just feel like not glamorous. And I know this sounds stupid, but I've always been one of them. I don't wash my makeup off till I go to bed. And people be like, oh, when you get home, because I had a friend who like always gets into pyjamas to lounge about in her home, do you get changed? I'm like, no, I'm in my clothes till I go to bed, because that's the way I've always been. I like it. I like to put makeup on in the morning and do my hair, because to me it's, you're just sort of going through the process of doing your makeup and you're not really thinking. It's like you just go off in your own little world. That's what I like about it. It is a bit like meditation, or you know, you could be thinking about what you're grateful for while you're doing it. I don't know, but it's just very girly to me to do that. And I'm not saying you have to. If you're not into makeup, you're not into makeup, but I've always been into makeup, so that's just the way I am. But yeah, Dita Von Teese, she's lovely. And I just love the way she actually says, no, I don't have like jeans, and I don't have a downtime where, she says obviously she'll walk around sometimes with no makeup on, and she'll have a vintage style robe on, but she does mix the vintage with modern as well, that look vintage, and she has a lot of lines out and stuff like this. She's just so lovely. But she said as well, the 1950s beauty look is very structured. Like the clothes were very structured. They were, corsety things and wires to push you up and pull you in. Even the hair was structured. Like Dita Von Teese style, she has, I don't know if it's more 1940s, I don't know, but you know the waves where you put the clips in and set your hair, or even this, it's curvy, it's wavy, it's structured, you have to set it. The makeup's sort of like structured in a way, it's, you know, arched eyebrows, and it's not a natural beauty look like, oh, that look of I just woke up, it looks like I've got no makeup on, no makeup look. I don't like the no makeup look, because it just looks like you've got no makeup on. But I'm not, I like doing your face up. And Dita Von Teese did say, every day you should put your best face forward. But I've always been like that. I've always said, even when I'm ill, I've got a cold, I'm not dead ill, but I've still got a cold, I always have makeup on. If I walk around the house in the morning with no makeup on and not my head on, I feel like a scruff bag. I just can't. I think it's because I've done it for so long. I just can't sit there and be like, oh my God, I need to put makeup on, because I just feel like me, and it makes me feel a little bit better, especially if I'm ill. Even if I'm really ill, it just makes me feel slightly a little bit better. Don't know if anyone gets that, but it works for me. So it's rarely that I tend to not wear makeup, even if it's a weekend. I'm not even with anyone, so it's not because I'm trying to impress anyone. I like doing it for myself. I don't do it for anybody. I do it for myself because I just enjoy doing it. So don't know if any of you understand that, but I know what I'm talking about. And what else is on here? Oh, talking about Disney, because obviously when you mention Disney, not that you have to be into Disney, but obviously I love Disney films and stuff like that. But when I think of Disney, I just think of that sort of era anyway, because obviously it was. And I have a few little things like this key ring a child got me when I was child minding or at nursery ages ago. It's really old now. Minnie Mouse. And I have got another metal one. It's fell off. Finn's put it somewhere. Just trying to think. I got this wrapping paper from Morrison's the other day. Minnie and Mickey. Because I know Finn's obsessed with it, but I made him to be a bit obsessed with Mickey, because I made him sort of like have a Mickey Mouse, and he went to bed with it as he was a baby, and he just loves Mickey. But Mickey and Minnie, Donald and all them are from the older era. I know there's modern and Mickey's now, like the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse Kids show that Finn watches. But the old black and white Mickey I'm talking about, so it reminds me of them days because of the old Disney black and white cartoons. And also, this lady, Betty Boop. Now, I was going to start collecting these, and I should really start collecting them again because there was a reason why I didn't. But I did have another one of these from ages and ages ago. Might be when I was 20, I don't know. Because I got this one. And then there was a tall one, stood in the Marilyn dress, you know, the white Marilyn Monroe dress, doing the pose, I think, with the skirt up. But it got smashed or something. I was a bit gutted, so I would like another one. Start collecting a few more, because there's one in a bath. I'll just have to start collecting them again, because the funny thing with this is, years and years ago, I've had different hairstyles, and my hair is dark anyway, and can look black. You can see the roots coming through again. And years ago, when I was younger, I had my hair cut off again, and it started growing out, and it grew out in a style like this, and it was like flipped up at the front. I don't know if I did it on purpose, and it went round here. I really wish I had a picture of it. Dad, if you're watching this and you find any, because my dad watches this sometimes, it did look like Betty Boop, and I did look a bit like Betty Boop because I had this dark black hair with curls around here, red lipstick on, because I did wear red lipstick years ago, and I think that's why I love Betty as well. But obviously Betty Boop's from that era, you know, Betty Boop, and the old black and white Betty Boop. So I do have snippets around my house of stuff that you might have not seen, but I do have bits. But I do love Betty, and I should do, because there's a road that goes up to Manchester just near me up the road, it's not far, and there's a shop and it sells all sorts of different giftware stuff, and it's got a lot of Betty's, and it's got one of them, you know, the massive ones that's got a serving plate for drinks. Not that I'd be having one of them, but it probably would look pretty cute at the door or something, but I'm not going mad. So there's some other reasons. I'm just trying to have a look on here. Oh, and another thing. When I was younger, a dad, I can't remember because it's when you had a Beatle dad and you took my friends to an old cinema that's not there anymore, and I don't know if it was when I was 14, 12, 14, I don't know. We went to see, because I really liked her, and I've just remembered, we went to see the very old Snow White film. Disney. Snow White, not the one that's been, the old one that's been done up, the proper old one. And we went in an old style cinema, and Snow White reminds me of, if I'm not mistaken, I don't know, was she one of the first sort of Disney princesses? Well, not princess, but, no, she was a princess, wasn't she? Sort of thing, and that, you know, that dates back, I'm sure, I saw it dates back to the old one, before it came out in colour, I think was 1939 or something. That goes way back, but I do love Snow White. Is probably one of my favourite Disney princess characters. And here we go again with the hair. But when I had hair, I've always had hair. When I was about in my 20s or just before, 20s, 19, yeah, that's what I mean, the 1930s, wasn't she? So I remember I had a bob, again, a dark bob with a fringe, and I think I had a headband in. And at the time when I was with Tyler's dad, we went to his mum's sisters, and she had a couple of kids, and they were all like, when I went, they all went, oh, we like Janine, she looks like Snow White, because at the time I had this bob, this fringe, and this red bow or headband or something in my hair that made me look like Snow White. Red lipstick on, obviously, again, because I did wear red lipstick at one point, and then I went off it. So yeah, there's all these snippety things, and I have actually just found, I've got some pins coming, I've actually just found a Snow White, I think I just found a Snow White one. It's a modern one, so I'll have to show you when it comes, but there's all snippets of different little bits and bobs, and like I said, I'm bringing it forth now because Laura's just commented on Vintage Doll Laura, because you don't see the comments after this goes up live, text me yesterday because I sent her something, and she's saying, yeah, you should do it, you know, because you love it, not because other people want you to do something else. Like my mum's always like, why do you want to do this, blah, blah. So I think my channel could be going more vintage now, Laura, in the new year, because I do love it, and it's been a thing that's always been with me, but I don't know, I just didn't know, I don't know if, I know some of you will be interested, some of you might drop off, but at the end of the day, like I said before, I'm still going to be doing my chats, but with a vintage look. And the thrift people came on here for the little bits of thrifting I did as well, but I'll be doing that, but I'll be showing you some, or whatever I get, but trying to find some vintage finds on a budget, because there was quite a few places in Manchester, and I haven't been to Affleck's Palace for ages, and they do lots of bits in there. And there was a cafe in there called Pinky's, I'm sure, like a vintage style milkshake, you know, diner thing. So I'll have to go and check it out again. But there's just loads I can do with it, and I'm quite excited. And I came on YouTube to find, not to find myself, but to do the sort of channel-y thing that I want to do. And I think as well, because I'm getting older, I'm only 40, I'm 41 soon in February, but because I'm getting older, I do actually think that a pin-up vintage style is quite a nice style to go with, because it's still quite sexy, but it can be covered up at times. You know what I mean? It's just quite a nice glam, I think, way to go. And another reason, some people might not like this lady, because there's a certain book that I want to get in the new year, and I'll show you when I get it. But I got this book ages ago. I've not read all of it, because I was obviously reading the best bits that I like, but I've always liked this lady as well. Some people might not like her, but I love her. And she had met, or whatever, Marilyn Monroe, or she was on telly a bit ago saying about when she said to her, be careful of the, obviously because she's younger than Marilyn Monroe, be careful of the wolves in Hollywood with things that they used to do maybe to get girls into the films. You know what I'm talking about if you know about Marilyn Monroe and different bits and bobs. Is Joan Collins. I love Joan Collins. And I love Joan Collins because she still keeps that look of, if you look, the red lips, the eyeliner. I watched a documentary on her once when she was talking about makeup, how, you know, a bit like Dita Von T said, it's putting your best face forward. And she sort of keeps that look like she's always had, the red lips, the eyeliner, or, you know, the smoky eye, whatever it is she's had. And it was about dressing the best you can to make yourself look the best, because it does make you feel better. It does make you feel better. I don't care what anyone says. Putting a bit of slap on, doing your hair, makes you look a bit better. Everybody needs makeup. But this is a really good book. I think I got it off eBay ages ago, and it is called Joan Collins, The Art of Living Well, Looking Good and Feeling Great. You know, she's with a younger guy, her husband's a younger guy, but it's got loads of pictures in, I'll show you, of, I just like glamorous ladies. I think I just like, I'll just show you the bookend. Let me get a picture. Look at a figure there. Glamorous lady. I didn't know she was on Playboy actually, but she is. And that's what Dita Von Teese saying, because obviously we know Dita Von Teese has been on there. She's a very sexy lady on that. But now I'm thinking, so I need to find someone who looks like a Viking, but it's like into, you know, car shows and going to them sort of cafes and a bit of a vintage look, which I have started speaking to someone who's a bit like that with a big beard on the dating site, but it's one of them in it with me. I just have to see. I don't know. Let me see if there's any. This is Rita Hayworth, but I'm obviously just talking about Rita Hayworth. Wouldn't you just love to live in them days? I would. But I've always seen, probably thinking of Dynasty and all that, but I've always seen Joan Collins as, I just love her. Even now I'm in awe, when I've seen her on a few things on, even, what's that programme she was on? Benidorm. And she's on that, I'm just like, you know what? She's an older lady, but she still looks fantastic. I don't care what people say, that's from ages ago. Because she hasn't like gone, oh, I've got to a certain age, I'm going to let myself go. She reckons she hasn't had any surgery or anything. I don't think she has. I think she's, you know, grown older gracefully. Because if you look at her skin, she does have age spots and things here. And she said she does put the sun on her body, but she doesn't put it on her face. Dita Von Teese wears sunblock, guys. I used to, I need to start wearing it again. But she wouldn't put her face in the sun, but she always makes herself up. Even if I think she wears wigs and things and stuff, but she looks good because she tries to put her best self out there to the world, do you know what I mean? She looks glam because she does her makeup and her hair, and she's rarely not seen not unkept, if you know what I mean, like Dita Von Teese. And that's what I like, because she's not let herself go. I think she looks well for her age, because she still wants to look and feel nice, if you know what I mean. And that's, I think, what I like about the vintage eras, you know, not just the 50s and that, is because that's what women did. You want to look your best you can and feel nice and girly and pretty. And as you get older, you still want to feel like that, you know, still slap your red lipstick on and put your hair in rollers and stuff like that. And I remember doing my nana's hair in these rollers, actually. My dad's mum. Yeah. But I'm going to test these after when they're dry, and I'll come back and show you. But it's just, there's more things I can do, I think, talking about on hair now, because I'm getting back into it. Mum said, oh, why are you getting back into it? I said I was never out of it. It's just that I didn't know, like I said, I didn't know if I could have the guts to walk around where I live, like, with big victory rolls in, or the clothes that I'm going to try and accumulate now in the new year, and stuff like that. But I can, because I went out the other day with my hair. I've not had the clothes properly yet, but I had a few people look, but I've had comments, nice comments, and so like I said, it's better looking. I'd rather look like this than not have a style, which I've had for a little bit now, because like I said, it's since I had Finn, I just didn't know what to do with myself. I put weight on. I didn't want to wear some of the stuff I can wear now because I'm losing weight. And everyone knows that feeling of when you put weight on and you get a bit like, oh, I've still got them clothes in the wardrobe I want to get back into. I can't wear them, so I'm not going to chuck them. But I don't want to wear that sort of thing because I might feel a bit stupid, because I've put a bit of weight and it doesn't suit me as much, if you get what I mean. And that's why, because I've started losing weight now. I don't know if it comes across on camera, because depending on what angles I look like, I've got double chins and everything. If you've got a camera down here, you need a camera up there. And like I said, I've got a big chest, though. Sometimes that comes out. And that's what's good as well about wearing 50s clothes, because they were fitted to your body to show your curves, where I've been wearing a lot of things, like I said before, hanging off my chest, because they've come from my chest, so they've made me look wide at the front when I'm not. Yeah, thank you, Sue. You can tell I've lost weight. Yeah, I don't know, at certain angles it probably doesn't look like I have, because I can put really bad angles on sometimes and it looks like I haven't. But if you go back to when I first started, you can tell I've lost weight, because I have. Well, I know I've lost weight because I've started fitting into clothes again, and I've not really been exercising madly. I'm just doing it slowly. And like I said, I still want to get a little bit off my tummy area, and it's not a lot, it's just a little bit, because I still like to keep my curves. But the things that I've been wearing, and every woman will understand this, I was trying to cover myself up, so they were a bit baggier. Things in the 50s aren't baggy, they were fitted. So it's like I said, a friend ages ago, she said, you've got the top on though and it's hanging off your boobs and it's making you look like, because if my boob's there and my stomach's there, it's hanging off your boob there and going past my stomach, so it's making me look wider and bigger. But in a way, maybe I'd lost weight, but I thought in my head that I was bigger. So I was wearing things that were hanging off me, but I actually look better in fitted things. My mum always thinks I've lost weight when she goes, oh, you've lost weight. And I go, well, I haven't lost that much. It's because I'm wearing something that's fitted opposed to wearing something that's, you know, baggy and hanging off me. So it makes me look bigger, not doing myself any favours. So I do look better when I'm in fitted clothing. Hi Hayley. And that doesn't mean you have to have everything hanging out. I just can't help it because my boobs are just like big. But I'm hoping they'll go down a little bit. I need to go to... Oh, you parked at school watching? Oh, I need to go and actually get measured, because I haven't been measured for ages. And that's really bad. But I do. But I just don't really want to know what proper size I am. Probably over shoulder boulder holder size, because that's what I am. But yeah, I'm going to go now because Finn's having a little nap and not letting him sleep over 3, and I'm supposed to be going do my bedroom while he's napping, so I'm going to try and get rid of some of my clothes and take them to the charity shop and start making way for the new year for getting my vintage clothes, which, just let me show you this dress, let me run upstairs. Right, I got this dress a couple of years ago. Believe it or not, I did squeeze myself into it. Oh, what's that? I can't read that properly. You'll have to text it to me, Hayley. This has still got a tag on. I give it to my mum and she gave it me back. I said, don't get rid of it because I love it. And even if I've got a mannequin in the loft, I think, so I was thinking, I'd probably never get into this. Well, I might do, but I'd have to lose some considerate weight on my bust because it's not that big of a bust. I'll show you in a minute. I could put it on my mannequin and put it in the salon because I just love this dress. This is the name. And this is the dress. Are you ready? Navy blue. It's not black. It's like a long pencil skirt with a split up the back. And I did actually once get into this, obviously not worn it. It's like a bit of a sailor dress. You can see the front, sweetheart sort of crossover. But I won't get my boob in that in a minute, but you never know. But I cannot get rid of this, so it's going to have to go on the mannequin or something. It's really gorgeous. It is a navy blue, it's not black. But it's really cute. Getting a really dry throat, so yeah, so I hope some of you stay in the new year for all my vintage antiques, or whatever you call it. Because I'll still be doing my chats like I normally do, but I'll be coming with you with a few bits and bobs. Ah, have you got one? Yeah, I thought you'd know. I thought it was. I got it. Well, it was obviously before we had Finn and he's nearly 3, so I have had it a long time and obviously you can tell I've not worn it. But I thought my mum would want it, but she's sort of giving me back. She keeps tags on things. She wears dresses with tags on and doesn't bloody take them off. So, yeah. If not, I think it'd look nice on a mannequin. If not, because I can't get rid of it. I just like it. But yeah, so that's why I just love vintage, and I'll be showing you a few more things in the new year. But like I said, I'll still be doing my chats and my dating chats and my normal chats and stuff like that, but with a vintage vibe. And like I said, I'm going to start redecorating in the new year anyway, because Mum wants me to as well, wants me to get a theme going, so that's going to be my theme. I've got to get my tattoo finished off, because funny enough, when I went for this, there was a vintage, I have shown it before, there was a vintage lady. Let me just show you quickly before we go, if anyone's not seen it. It was a bit witchy in a way because she had cobwebs on her shoulders, but it was vintage at the same time, and it was this. It must be still on here. Let's see if I can quickly find it. The tattoo. Ooh, Hayley. Mine's a silvery, grey, whitey colour in my bedroom. Why have I put Jimi Hendrix? It's not Jimi Hendrix. Here it is. I love this tattoo. I was going to have this tattoo. I love it so much. So I did say I was going to go around here. So I might have something like that on. I wouldn't mind a cherry for my granddad, because it just reminds me of my granddad. And a lipstick would be nice. A few vintage things would be cute, you know, when you get your fillings, because I did want to go around the bottom half of my arm anyway. But that's been New Year and I've got some money. But yeah, that tattoo, it's a really cute tattoo. I've always loved that tattoo, so we'll see. I just have to pin up girl, or design one of my own or something. But thanks for all that watching. And I'll probably see you later when I take these out, because the ones on top are still damp. They'll probably do the same as this one and that one. The Primark ones are the ones with the black on. And these were on eBay. But I quite prefer clickiness wise. Oh, thanks, Hayley. I know I'm like random and I change my mind at the flick of a switch, whatever you call it, but I just do what I love, and that's what I was going to say as well before I go, is I don't want to get into that thing where I'm only doing things to make other people happy, as in not doing the stuff I want to do, because hopefully I make you laugh anyway, whatever I'm waffling on about. It's like yesterday I noticed on Instagram and on here I'd been putting like, oh, I'm a spanner, you know, like one of my titles, and then I'd not put I put I'm spanner, not I'm a spanner, and then spelling things wrong everywhere, and I was like, oh my god, I was well half asleep yesterday. But the guy I got talking to last night, actually, he said I'm a breath of fresh air. I think he knew I'm a bit of a loon, because I was trying to talk Yoda. It was in Star Wars, and I was trying to talk Yoda to him, you know, like, instead of saying I'll catch you later, I put something like, I don't even know why I'm telling you this, later I will catch you, I will, or something like that. And he was like, oh my god, you're so funny. I was like, well, that's what he'd say, because I love Star Wars. Registration, Madonna. Well, yeah, you got to change. It's like I said, I was trying to find my style, and I know my style's always been a bit glamorous. I've always liked my makeup and stuff, so why not do it now and go into my later years being a glamorous nana? That's what I need to be. Oh, spelling correct all the time. I'm rubbish, but sometimes when I'm doing it fast. So thanks for watching. I'm going to take these out later when they've dried properly, because the postman knocked on the door before and he was like, hi. I was like, got me kills. But I knew I wasn't going anywhere today. I tried to watch, I was telling Laura last night, I tried to watch Crybaby. I thought they'd have it on, like, you can watch it on Amazon or something, but I haven't got an Amazon account anymore, so I couldn't remember what the code thing was. Then I thought, oh, it'll be on Netflix. It's not on Netflix, so obviously I'm going to have to buy it, but I've not seen Crybaby, Laura. Honest to God, I don't think I've seen Crybaby. So, Hayley, it's a film with Johnny Depp in, you know, like, is it right, Laura? Is it a 1950s film? I'm not too sure about the story, actually. I don't think I've seen it, because I'm trying to think. I don't think I have. I've seen films with, because we all love James Dean and all that, but obviously it's a modern film. It's not, obviously, because it's got Johnny Depp in it, but set in them days or something. I don't really know the story. Laura will, because I know she loves it, but I thought, why have I not seen that one? Why have I not seen it? I don't know. You know, I've seen all the Grease and all them, you know, the stuff we've all seen, but yeah, I need to get to grips with some of the stuff I probably haven't seen. If anyone wants to throw some films at me, let me know, them sort of eras, because I might, you know, some I've seen and stuff. Some I might not remember that I've seen, because I used to watch things with my nana, but that's not an old film with Johnny Depp in, obviously, but I haven't seen Crybaby and it does look good. So yeah, I'll have to look at that. Yeah, Laura said it's a rockabilly film, and I was like, yeah, Johnny Depp was a lot younger in it, and it does look really cool, and my sort of right up my street, but I really don't, I might have seen it and not remembered, or I might have seen half of it, I'm not sure, so I need to look at it. But last night I got in bed with my cold, because I'm still sniffing up, watching Stranger Things, because I do like me modern weird stuff as well. It's really weird. I had to switch off because I thought I'm gonna have nightmares. It's not, like I said, it's not a horror. It's just weird. It's strange. That's why it's called Stranger Things. But yeah. So have you seen some? Have I seen Some Like It Hot? Just hang on there a minute, Laura. Have I seen it? I was just telling my mum the other day, I've got this box set, but it's not that. I just was going to go, yeah, it's on that, but it's not. This has got Love Nest, Niagara, Don't Bother to Knock, The Bus Stop, River of No Return, We're Not Married, and Gentleman Prefers Blondes. But I think my mum's got the one with Some Like It Hot. Is Some Like It Hot the one with the funny one with the two guys in at the train station where they dress as women? Is that one? Because I always forget. And I was asking my mum, I was like, where's the one with the two? Do you know which one? Is that Some Like It Hot? Yeah, I love that film. So I haven't got that one. She's got it, so I'm gonna have to get it, because there was another box set with this, and I think she's got that one. So I definitely need to see that again. So it's so good, or get it on the internet. But I like to have my own, you know, box sets. So I need to accumulate a few more films. But yeah, I do love Some Like It Hot. And she had one as well called, I thought it was We're Not Married. on here, but it isn't. The one, is it 7 Year Itch? I like that as well. So I'm going to love you and leave you. And yeah, like I said, so in the new year, I'll be doing decorating and getting some more Marilyn Monroe pictures and stuff like that. And I'm sorry if anyone's like, oh, you're not doing your other bits and that, your witchy ways. Not really, because like I said, Sue, if you're listening, it's I came talking about bits of that because I am still into it, but I'm not into it as much as like when you first get into it, you're very like, oh, I need this and I need that tool. You don't actually need a lot of the stuff, it's within you. But there's a lot of people who are really good at doing that, and I'm not that good. I'm just like telling snippets, but you've got to find your own way with that as well and read up and look online and stuff like that. But you know me, I just do what I love, and I'll see you all soon. Well, I'll see you later because I'm going to take these out and show you anyway, and then I don't know what the next one will be. There might be a few more little bits from them. That's what I mean, Sue. That's what I love about you. Some people, I get worried that some people are going to drop off my YouTube channel. Not that I'm bothered. I don't do it for views. I just hope people like me chatting because mine is a bit of a chatty channel as well, whatever I'm doing. And that reminds me, sorry to any Americans that watch this before I go, I keep saying before I go, but Trisha Doodah, who's on the American channel, the girl who was in Big Brother, she's like a massive YouTuber, but she gets a lot of views because she does mad videos. Yeah, Trisha, is it Paytas? I watched something today and I was just like, it's going to sound like I'm slamming her, but I do like her, but I'm like, I know she's doing it for the views. She's got loads of views and she gets money paid from YouTube because of her views, but the things that she's putting on lately, I'm just like, what the hell? Oh my god, girl, are you on drugs? Like, what? Like, do you have friends? Like, I feel sorry for her because it's like, you can't just put up stuff because you want views and you haven't got a life as such, as in you're not, do you know what I mean? Like, I feel a bit sad for her because it might be how she pays her bills, but it's like, do you actually look at yourself and think, are you inspiring? Yeah, as if she's drunk all the time. Are you inspiring people to be like a better person, or to do like body confidence? And like, she was doing something today. I used to watch her years ago, and now it's like, what the hell is she doing? Like, fame's gone to her head or something. And I feel sorry for her. She did something today about not wearing clothes because of the government and this, that, and they're doing this to and doing that. But the day before, like, you shouldn't buy clothes. She has loads of clothes and she was in this big gold gown and I was just like, what the hell? So I'm just doing things because I like them and I'm not bothered if people drop off. You know, people like me for who I am then. You know what I mean? I'm not doing it because I want millions of views or whatever. I just come on because I enjoy talking and showing and talking to you guys that I'm on here and I don't know what to talk about now, so I'm going to go and I'll see you soon. Bye. Thanks, guys. Bye.